Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back. Oh my gosh. So if you are here, this means that you have received your samples. Mind blowing. I'm so proud of you. You are one step away from making your order. You've done all of the hard work, you guys. The templates, everything is done. It's done, you guys. So where are we now? I'm hoping that at least you guys got maybe one sample, maybe two. Perfectly fine. If you just decided to go with one factory, the one that I suggested that I went with, they're fantastic. Like I said, hopefully they sent you guys good templates so it made it a little bit easier to design everything. However, if you did choose another factory to compare it with, that's also amazing. Either way, we're going to take a minute now and I want to take some time just to look and compare and essentially tell you what to look out for when choosing. Number one, the template, if there's any changes that you want to go with, sorry, not changing the template, changing the factory, choosing the factory, and essentially what to look out for, especially if there are any mistakes. Now, as you can see, I put two samples here, okay? This is actually my product, my final product, and this is a sample. I lost the other sample. I have no idea where that deck is, but essentially it was this one. So the difference between these two is that this one is matte and this one is not. This one is shiny. So again, put it somewhere in your room or in your house where you can look at it, put them side by side and have a look. You know, think of yourself as a customer going there to look at this product. What stands out? What doesn't stand out? What do you think is missing? What do you think is not missing? So for instance, in this one here, I put here a 50 card deck and a guidebook at the bottom. And here I decided to put it at the top because it looked better. A few other things, just the formatting was a little bit different. So the realms was a little bit lower onto the actual frame. And I decided to space it out a little bit more. Here is completely different. I just wanted to see what it would look like with a design versus a word. The back is pretty much the same, except for the word here is stacked on top of one another. And this is one word. And the back is exactly the same. Next, of course, we want to open up, get a vibe, open up, get a vibe. They're the same. But the most important thing for me was playing with the cards. So when I got these cards here, they did have the gold edge, but they felt a little bit smaller for some reason. Whereas these ones were actually bigger. And when I started shuffling, I'm not going to shuffle these because this is a brand new deck, which I'm going to sell. I kind of liked it more. I was able to give readings better. I have a very specific method on how I give readings, which I let the cards fall down. With this, with the other factory, it didn't quite feel right. Of course, make sure that you check every single card. You're going to read every information. The other thing that I changed when I made the orders, I made the writing in here a little bit bigger. I had people asking me, saying to me, I can't see the writing. So that's another thing that you want to pay attention to, all these little things, all of the little details, because once you see it, you know, when you see the design there, it looks great. But then once you have it in your hands, it can be different. So essentially just want to go through, make everything is correct. Here's an example why, again, I'm asking you guys to do everything, to order this prior to making your final order. One of the things that I did not realize that I had a mistake, one of my realms was missing in my booklet. I don't know how I missed that. So when I was looking for I think it was the elemental, the mystic elementals, it wasn't there. So luckily I caught this and I fixed that. So once again, you want to go through the booklet, make sure everything looks good, everything looks proper, everything is in the right place. And again, compare it to the other. So just going through the booklet here was exactly the same. There was nothing different about it. Again, this was more of a matte feel over the shiny. And essentially take your time to go through it. Maybe let other people play with it. Maybe get other people to give you feedback on it. It's always fun to basically have somebody else give you their opinion. And make sure that if there are any mistakes, take your time with it as well. You don't have to do the order the next day. You can hold on to them. I think I held on to them for about a week or two before I decided to make the order. I just wanted to be really sure on how it felt, experience them, gave readings with them, anything that I needed to change. When I was ready, when I made the final changes, of course, you're going to go back to Canva and make the adjustments that are necessary. So I had to readjust every single card because I had to make the writing a little bit bigger. I found a couple of spelling mistakes in there. Even though I checked it like 20 million times, there was still spelling mistakes. So thank God I caught that as well. So I made the changes and I took my time to be as precise. I got my husband to triple, quadruple check. We double checked together. And then when the final design was finally ready, I sent it once again over to the factory that I chose to go with. And I sent them again all of the designs, made the final approval, and then I was ready to do my order. Now, when it comes to choosing the factory, guys, a few things. Cost is obviously going to be a factor. For me personally, you know, the factory that these guys were, which I showed you in the list, so make sure you check out the PDF, or I'm sure I put the file somewhere so you know how much each factory cost. These guys, I didn't even move forward with asking them how much the total amount was and the shipping and all that sort of stuff, because I just knew I wasn't going to go with them because these guys beat their price. When I went with these guys, I double checked everything. Is shipping included? They say yes. I upgraded, I believe, some of the quality of the cards, and I also upgraded the gold foil because I didn't have that originally. And then I got a final quote for all of that. Again, a reminder, and I will remind you again, never, ever, ever give them 100% of the amount when you make your order. They are used to this. This is not something that's going to surprise them. These guys, unfortunately, sent me the full bill. They're going to try and sneak it in there because they want to get paid. And then I simply replied to them, hey, do you do the 70%? The 30% down payment and then 70% final payment when the product is ready. They were like, yeah, absolutely. And then of course we started with that. So just be aware of that, guys. Do not put full down payment. They might try it because of course they just want to get paid. And once you've paid it, if they've done mistakes, too bad on you. So reminder as well, you can get somebody to do an inspection of your product from China. This is a third party. Alibaba provides that. You can also research that online. I would recommend it. I did it for my first product. I did not do it for this product because I just knew that they were doing a really good job. But if you want peace of mind, go and do that. There are different tiers of prices on how many products they're going to check. They will send you photos of the product after the product is ready. My products were all fine the first time, but I did find a couple of the cards where the inside image, this one, was upside down. So obviously I'm going to sell those on a discount, but it can happen. And you can imagine if they do 1,000 of these, which is how many I ordered 1,000 units. If 1,000 of them are faulty, they have to fix the mistake. So you basically refuse to do the final payment. You say you need to fix the issue. They are going to fix the issue, and then you can do the final payment when they ship it to you. So you are protected as a buyer, but you have to be on it. You have to be smart about it. Don't just trust what they say. Don't just go with the first thing. Don't do impulse actions, because this is how you're going to regret it. I am a very impulsive person. I want things now. I'm very impatient, but this process has taught me how to be patient, because some of the mistakes, you guys, that I've made on these cards, if I had ordered them, I would not have been able to sell them, which means $4,500 of my money would have gone into the toilet, literally. There was nothing I could do about it. One of the biggest mistakes that I made, it's funny now, luckily I caught it. I don't know how I missed it. My husband missed it too. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm going to re-mention it now because this is hilarious. So, the shapeshifter card. I'm going to zoom in here so you can hopefully read the title of shapeshifter. It says shapeshitter or shiter. That is not a funny mistake. You can imagine, again, if you have 1,000 of these, People get these cards. I mean, it might be funny. You might still be able to sell it, but not professional. Again, this is why you want to triple, quadruple check everything. So of course I made all the adjustments. If you have like a comma mistake or a punctuation mistake, look, people can be forgiving of that. But something like Shapeshider, I don't think you can get away with that. So again, guys, this is your baby. Be careful, take care of it. If you have to pay somebody else to go through it for you to make sure that everything is perfect. If you're a person though who pays attention to detail, is good with detail, then you're good. I am clearly not good at that, and apparently neither is my husband. Do your best, and once you are 100% sure everything looks great, you send the final designs to the factory of your choice. Now remember, again, you're going to ask them for quotes. We're going to go through that in the next lesson anyway. Just make sure you get the proper quote with all the information and everything. Then you are ready to order. How exciting, guys. I am so proud of you. I am so happy that I could be with you along this journey. Don't worry, we still got more lessons to go. I'm going to help you out on how to sell your cards, how to promote it. And again, it's a process, guys. You know, be patient with yourself. It takes a lot of dedication and time. Anybody who has a business knows this. If you sell these cards, put them out there and expect them to all sell out within a month or two, I wish that for you, but the reality is you're going to be holding on to these for a very long time. Hopefully not, but that's the reality, and that's okay. Now, another thing I want to say, just a reminder, once you receive the boxes, you're going to need space in your home to put these boxes. So be prepared for that. I have a lot of my boxes in my garage. I have some up on the ceiling. There's like a gap on the ceiling. It's going to take over your home. I can't remember how many boxes I got, but there was quite a few. So be aware of that, because once the shipment arrives, you're going to need some space for that. So if you're very restricted in space, I suggest you start making space for it. Luckily, cards are small, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. I did the mistake with my first product where it was a big product. I ordered 1,000 units of those. They're still all at my mother's-in-law's garage. So don't do that mistake, okay? You don't, of course, also want to rent out a garage space where you're paying money for your product to be there. So just be aware of that. You can find the space. You might have to get creative with it, but understand, depending on how many pellets you've ordered, it will take up space. So just something to put in your head before you go ahead and order. All right, guys, cannot wait. Let's get into the next lesson so we can finally order our Oracle deck. Ah, it's here. It's happening. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll see you there. Bye.